What's up, everybody? I'm back to do another general collective reading. We're gonna do longer than 3 minutes. Just decided to put my TikTok on here, so whenever I do TikTok readings, I'll try to put them on YouTube. But if I do miss any, my TikTok is at TheHealingHoneyz, and you could follow us on Instagram at TheHealingHoneyz and on Twitter at HealingHoneyz. So definitely follow us there. If any of you need any crystal necklaces, crystal jewelry, this is my tiger's eye. I wrap this, and all of the necklaces are handmade as well. My sister and I have the business. We also sell sea moss. We sell sea moss soap. We have sage. We have herbs. So if you want to make tea, all of that stuff is all like healing. So yeah, definitely hit us up. All the stuff is going to be in the description box below. But you can go to our website at TheHealingHoneyz.com. So it's TheHealingHoneyz.com. Alright, I'm just doing a little bit more clearing. I already called the angels in. Our readings are already blessed and protected. And we'll see what Spirit wants to say. The message I was getting today, if you watched the TikTok video, was, what are your fears, right? Because focusing on what your fears are a lot of times feeds into the things that we're supposed to do, right? Because if we fear, there's something there that we're missing. There's a part of us that's afraid to look at that specific area, if that makes sense. So you want to, by looking at your fears, by allowing yourself to be a witness to the things that you experience and your emotions and the way that you feel, instead of a victim, if that makes sense. And it's okay, we all, at some point feel like victims, but it's important to get yourself out of the victim mentality, in order to empower yourself, right, over those experiences that you had. So I feel like that's something that a lot of us are focusing on, is what are our fears, and what can we learn from those fears? What can we manifest by facing those fears? And a lot of times we manifest healing and moving forward, right? And learning how to close out cycles and be open to new ones, which is going to bring us in contact with new things and new people that are supposed to be on our path, right? Yep, learning. Being open to learning and seeing things from a heightened perspective, no matter what it looks like around us. It's up to you to change your perspective. It's on each and every one of us to make sure that we're keeping ourselves at a higher perspective every day. Raising our vibration. If we're at a low vibration, that's fine. But then raise your vibration. Do things that allow you to feel better, right? Some of us exercise. Not that, what I'm saying, we should be exercising, but some of us, exercise to raise our vibration. Some of us, meditate. Some of us walk. Some of us smoke. It's like we all deal with our emotions differently, but how are you facing your emotions? How are you facing your fears? How are you changing your perspective or heightening your perspective in order to get you to where you want to be, right? And I got slow and steady and follow the leader in reverse. So what I'm getting from this is a lot of you aren't allowing yourself the time to see things from a higher perspective. And you might not be, which if you're not seeing things from a higher perspective, I'm getting like depression energy. And that's okay. Like, a lot of us go through that. Like, I go through that still. I have to get myself out of the feeling of, oh, I'm a victim to my circumstance, like I was just saying. Getting yourself out of that victim mentality. I have to, no matter how I feel, right? I have to get up in the morning. You got to take a shower. You got to get dressed. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for the day. Make sure you eat. Make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you're getting exercise. Make sure you're keeping your connections, getting out, doing things, getting fresh air, grounding yourself. There's so many things that we have to do that some of us neglect to do. But even if we do it, it's like, how do you feel when you don't do those things versus when you do those things? If I could talk. Right? We are able to ground ourselves based on the work that we do, the work that we put in, and the self-love that we make sure that we hold space for, right? Making sure that we're doing our spiritual baths, using your sage or your Palo Santo and clearing the energy, right? Getting like crystals, charging your crystals, getting new candles, making sure that your room is clean, and making sure that, you know what I'm saying, your space is something that you want to, in the environment that you would want to be in every day. You have to make sure that you're doing the self-care rituals that you want. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to. Like, the more you allow yourself to see things from a higher perspective, you're going to grow into yourself, into the butterfly that you're turning into. You're evolving into this higher being, into this person that is seeing things from a new perspective, from a higher perspective, no matter what everything looks like I said. But it takes time for your wings to grow. It takes time to see things from a perspective that isn't limited, is what I'm getting. That when you don't put a cap on the things that you see for yourself. Because if we have things, right? Even if you're a person that's like, okay, I'm not a greedy person. I'm not looking for everything. I just want enough to sustain me, to get me by, so that I have you know what I mean, I live a good, comfortable life. I'm not asking for much. But Spirit's saying, we're going to give you more than that. But you have to be open to receiving more. You have to be open to being this evolved person so that that can come in for you. Because the more that you have, the more you can help. Right? If that's what you like doing, then you can't put yourself in the gutter, I'm hearing, over feeling like, I want to help these people and do this and do that, but you don't have the resources to sustain you to do that stuff. So why wouldn't you be open to more income and more, I'm hearing, abilities, like being more than what you're used to being, just by stepping into that energy, because that is who you are. But living that authentically, living that and being that person requires you to face your fears, which is going to evolve you into that person. We all change, but it's slow, right? It's slow and steady. Evolution is not something that takes one day, so you have to be patient with yourself. But understand that the more work that you do on yourself, the more you're going to be an inspiration to other people, and you're going to start seeing that. You're going to start seeing all the people that have followed you in doing the self-work just because they've seen you do it. And it's going to come natural for you. Once you're able to tap into your fears and say, okay, I could be this person because this is who I naturally am, but I had to face that fear of maybe feeling like you, what's a good example? Just worrying about what people are going to think of you, worrying about what people are going to say, how people are going to view you. I cannot talk. And like, that's a good example too. Like, If you get stage fright, if you don't want to be in front of a camera but you want to read cards, that's something that I had to get over, was the fear of people watching me make a mistake. Maybe what if I read the card wrong? What if I stutter all the time? And I'm doing it. Shit, like, I still have to get up and I still have to give this message, because if I do, then it helps somebody out there. Even if it's just one person, that's fine. But at least I got up and I faced my fear today and I did my job, and I was able to get a message across to help somebody else. Right? And that's all that really matters, is that you get up and you do it every day, or whenever you feel guided to do it. Whatever your passion is. It doesn't have to be reading cards. It could be anything. But the fact that you get up and you face your fears and you do those things, that's what really matters. And you're going to be rewarded for that. And that's going to evolve you into the person that you're asking to be. But you have to be willing to be that person, to take those steps and go towards wherever it is that you're being led towards. But you have to understand that it's going to take time, and to not judge yourself for the amount of time that it's taking, if that makes sense. Alright, Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Bottom of the deck again. I'm really getting that leader energy. Like, it's up to you to step into that energy of saying, this is who I am and this is who I'm meant to be, right? And it doesn't matter how people around me feel, because at the end of the day, no one's paying you to be yourself or not be yourself, right? No one's paying you to how do I explain it? It's just, their opinions don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, their opinions are not going to matter, especially when you do evolve into that higher part of yourself. You're going to understand how much people's opinions might have held you back from being this authentic part of yourself that you always could have been. Spirit saying that a lot of you might feel like you have a lot of dreams, right? There's a bunch of dreams that you have for yourself, but you might feel like those dreams are either frozen over, or either it's not sustainable, it's not reachable, or it's just you might feel cold. You might feel turned off from your dreams because of how hard life's been, I'm hearing. And I get that. I definitely get that. Life is not easy, but that's also perspective. That's something that you would have to change inside of yourself first. That's something I had to change inside of myself. I had to heal that part of myself. I'm still healing that part of myself. We heal every day. We're never done healing. But I'm hearing ego healing, right? And what ego healing is figuring out, okay, what is it that I feel like I have a big ego over? And if you don't feel like, oh, okay, well, I don't have a big ego in anything. All right, well, let's talk about ego in the way they're definitely focusing on the ego aspect. Ego could be something as small as holding yourself back over not feeling like you're good enough. That's part of your ego too. Doesn't mean you have a big ego, but it might be you're not feeding it enough. There's different perspectives in seeing things from new perspectives. It's either going to be a good way or a bad way. And some of us lose progress due to allowing ourselves to sit in that negative energy, right? Allowing ourselves to get cold. Which might make you feel like, okay, well, I have these dreams, but they're just dreams, right? And dreams aren't really attainable. That's how a lot of us think. They're not really attainable. They're just dreams. That's not true. We have these dreams for a reason. And the dreams are there to show you what's possible. But it takes getting out of that energy. It takes saying, okay, if I'm here, what does it take to get here? And is that a big jump? Or is it a little jump? How much work will it take, right? What fears are stopping you from getting from here to here? Fears are big this week. What are your blockages stopping you getting from here to here? Right? You have to focus on what you see for yourself. The manifestations that you're asking to come in. They're saying to read it. Magic stream. And I'll put it over Feel the Dreams. Right? Every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences flow through the whole world, one leading in another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. I cannot talk this week. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. And that's what I was getting before too, about, and I'm getting evolution, I'm getting 17 to 18 and then to 21. So it's like you are already almost here is what I'm getting. It's going from 17 to 18 and then to 21. So you're only missing 2 steps from here to here. So once you evolve out of this cold AC part of yourself, right? Once you get out of that energy of feeling like you have to be cold or you are cold, right? And I keep looking at the fire, like using your passion and figuring out, okay, what is it I'm passionate about? What feeds my ego, right? Right? If we're low on our ego and we need an ego boost, what is it that you do? Right? What do you do to get yourself out of that negative energy? Are those habits that you have to get yourself out of that negative energy good for you? Let's talk about that too, because if we're not doing things correctly, right, if we're not doing a high vibrational thing to get ourselves out of the negativity, then we're just gonna fall back into that pattern, right? Because those low vibrational experiences that we have, they don't boost us from here to here. You would go from 17 to 16, right? You would lose progress going back down into this depression, into this coldness, into this feeling like we can't get from here to here, right? Because there's too many steps, which is what? A perspective. You gotta understand that everything takes time. They're showing this to me as a clock. Everything that we do takes time. But it takes evolving your own perspective and seeing things from a higher point of view so that you can get from here to here. But it's going to take going here first. You got to go through this stream before you get to 19. Feel me? I'm not trying to like be funny, but like for real. Everything takes time, everything takes evolution, and it might be a little bit painful getting from 17 to 21, but you gotta take the time to get to 17 to 18 first. It's stop jumping steps. That's what I'm getting. Don't worry about being from here to here like that, because it's not going to happen. And that's why I feel like a lot of us, and they're showing me like the gym, like I've been going to the gym and I realized, okay, I got to work out my arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. There's things that we all have to work on that we can't expect to happen overnight. I'm not going to have my arms completely where they need to be overnight. You know what I mean? Like, I can't go to the gym all this week and be like, I'm not, shit. First of all, my arms are going to hurt. They're already a little bit sore from going the past couple days, right? So it's like, I can't wake up next week and be like, my arms aren't where I thought they were going to be, because, shit, I've been going all week, right? I expect to see a huge change, a big difference. I should be able to lift a car off the ground. But yet I've been going for a week. Take the time to be alone. And that's what they're saying. They're saying, allow yourself to, if you're in this energy, this is the perfect way. Reflection, right? You see the reflection off the water? Allowing yourself to be alone and to see things without influence is what I'm getting. Because when we have solitude, and this is kind of like what the moon is in, I believe. That's the phase, I believe. But allowing yourself to be alone without influence, without someone telling you this is how you should feel, is going to allow you to clear out, I'm seeing like spider webs. Like, do the deep cleaning, the deep dive. Because when we're low, you can't go lower when you're low, right? You're already low. So you can't be dropped down because you're already down. So once you're down there, do the deep cleaning, get all the spider webs out, get all the negativity out, right? Purge it, and then let it go. And then get back. I heard get the fuck back up again, right? Some of your ancestors are ruthless, I heard. They are not going to allow you to stay down, is what I'm getting. Wow, see? Clean out the spider webs. What did I just say? What did I just say? They're cleaning house. You're getting out all the negativity. You gotta allow yourself to purge. And this is the perfect time. Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is the perfect time because when the planet goes retrograde, it goes backwards, right? Which means it's gonna bring up the past people, past experiences, past hurt, anything that I'm hearing neglected, but they're saying it's not really neglected. It's more like anything that we have to revisit to clear out completely. Because a lot of times we'll start doing the work and then we'll have to put it off to do something else, right? It's not that you don't want to do it, but a lot of times we get distracted or we put it off or just whatever. So during Mercury retrograde, they're like, okay, well, let's bring it back so that you can really clear it out of your system. And then that way, when you clean your room, right? Let's say you clean your closet. When you clean your closet out, now what? You have room to put new clothes in, right? If you donate all your old clothes that you don't wear anymore, then you have space to bring in, new items. But you can't bring in new items if you don't have a place to put them because you had old clothes in there that you don't wear anyway. So why not get rid of those clothes? And that's another message that I'm getting as well. A lot of you might feel like you want to do like charitable things. I kept getting that leader card. They want you to sign yourself up for things. They want you to get out there more. Get your name out. Get the word out. Volunteer. if you have old clothes, get rid of your old clothes and donate them. There's so many things that you could do. And shit, if any of you need help, any ideas that need any help getting into somewhere to help, hit me up. I don't care what state you're in. I'm in New York, but I can make calls for you. I know people from around different places, so if any of you need help reaching out to be a volunteer, definitely hit me up and I'll help you get your name out, get the word out. And shit, if you want to donate, hit me up too. I'm gonna be putting my CashApp in there. I do want to start. I actually have a few people that are supposed to do it with me, but we're gonna start making, like, I'm hearing like the ghetto nun. She had like oh shit kits or whatever they're called. I forgot what they're called. My fault for messing up the name. I don't even think that's what it is. It's something like that. But it's basically like if she would see anyone that needs anything, not necessarily that they had to be homeless, but obviously she would help the homeless. But if anyone needed any, like, let's say socks or a toothbrush or whatever, any, like a couple dollars, just a few things in a bag that they could have, that you could pass out, that you can keep in your car, right? If you see someone that needs something, just give them an oh shit kit, right? Whatever it's called. And I'm gonna be recreating it, and you know what, maybe I'll put that on the website. But yeah, if anyone does want to contribute to doing that, you could definitely donate to the Cash App or PayPal, and just put in the description kit or whatever it is that you want to say for our donation, and I'll know what you mean. But yeah, everything is gonna be reinvested into the community, not just my community, but I also do want to start getting volunteers and having a lot of you help me out, so we could also create like an organization. And I'll create a thing on my website for people to sign up and do that. But yeah, if any of you have any ideas as far as doing that, definitely reach out to me. My email will be in the description box. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that for you guys. Like, I didn't mean to keep going on about it, but I was getting that a lot of you might want to volunteer and you might want to do that, but a lot of you might not know how to approach or be that person. And it's something that you just have to apply yourself to. It's something that if you're serious, Spirit will make sure that you make the correct connections, right? Yeah, I keep getting this card. So they're saying, your perspective and allowing yourself to just see things from the perspective that Spirit wants you to see them at, like just being an observer, if that makes sense. You see how this guy has like the whatever it's called, but just observing your experiences and understanding that you are here to observe and not to take in, right? We're here to observe, not absorb, is what I'm hearing, right? You're not supposed to take in the energy. You're supposed to just experience it. You're supposed to let it come in and then let it pass, because it's not actually yours to hold on to. If something's yours to hold on to, it's going to be something that's consistent, right? That's how it works. That's how energy works. So what's going to change your perspective and allow you to have the balance that you need to hold on to your power and go on your path, right? Once you allow yourself to come into that power and to trust, first of all, she's trusting. Look, she's trusting that Spirit's got her to hold her solid. Do you see how she's turning solid? It's like that transformation is coming towards her, and it's it's like, I feel like it's they're showing me two different ways, right, to this. Her transformations are allowing her to come to life and to not just be this 1D person, this person that is, what's the word I'm looking for? They're showing me like someone that's predictable is what I'm hearing. You're no longer going to be predictable. You're going to be completely yourself. And that comes with embracing the power of being who you are. And I'm hearing the feminine and masculine part of yourself, and allowing yourself to come into that balance. And that balance is changing your path and allowing you to say, all right, I'm going to trust my intuition, and I'm going to take all of the positive experiences with me, and that power I'm going to hold on to. It's going to be part of the yin and yang. It's going to be something that I allow myself to grow from, right? Because it went from just being this little ball to being this ball with the yellow light around it. You know what I'm saying? It's like her experiences are growing the more she allows herself to step into her path and to keep going without expectation, I'm hearing. She doesn't even have shoes on. She's just trusting that her path is laid out for her. She trusts that without fear, she's not going to get hurt and step on something, because whatever she needs is going to be available for her when she gets there. Everything that we need comes at the time that we need it. When the student is ready, the teacher appears, right? Pay attention to the people that come around you, and pay attention to the new people that follow you, and the people that come around in your environment. And I'm hearing, because some people might not want the best for you, but some people will help you get out of the hole you're in. There's going to be two different people that you experience, and you have to make sure that you're trusting your intuition on this new path you're on, right? You have to make sure you're trusting your intuition to rescue you, so that you are having the correct perspective about not only how you see your path, but the people around you as well. Because they could either bring you down or they could take you out of, and I said take you out, and I didn't even mean to say it like that, but like, and I see it. So they're not even saying take you out. They're not even saying, like, it's not even that negative. It's more like take you down, right? Some people might want to take you down a peg, is what I'm getting. Some of you see that you believe in yourself so much that they might be peeking in and saying, "Why? Like, how is this person doing it, right? How is it that when they hit rock bottom, they get back up every single time?" And I'm hearing that's none of your motherfucking business, right? If you want to do the work to get yourself back up out of that space, then you'll do the work to get yourself out of that space. It takes having enough confidence in yourself to say, I don't care how people view me, right? I don't care that I'm on this path and I'm walking, and like, where is it? I don't care that somebody watching me take my path sees that I might not have shoes on. Because when I need shoes, I know that I'm going to have shoes, right? I don't care that, let's say, I don't care that I don't own a vehicle and I got to take the bus. I don't care that people see me stand at the bus stop. Because guess what? When I'm up and I got money, right, I'm going to be able to reach out, and I'm going to be able to help out the people that are standing at the bus stop, because I know what it's like to stand at the bus stop. My experiences are going to heighten my perspective in order for me to see that these are the people that should be helped, because they have a vision that they see for themselves in order to get to where they want to be, versus the people that are just greedy and they just want what you have because they see that you have it. But you experiencing those things and you standing at the bus stop makes you appreciate having a car, right? And without appreciation, you can't really have positive experiences because you wouldn't know what it's like to appreciate. You wouldn't know what it's like to be thankful for what you do have. If you always had everything, right? And that's part of the reason why I'm thankful for the experiences that I have had, right? And not that they've always been good, because most of them haven't. 90% of my experiences, I'm not even gonna lie to you, 90% of my experiences have been bad experiences, in my opinion, because that's how I see things. That's the perspective that I had on them. But if I didn't have that negative perspective, I wouldn't know what it's like to have a positive perspective. And now I have a positive perspective over the negative experiences that I've had, because they've allowed me to appreciate the good experiences that I'm able to have now. Because I've heightened my perspective by using my intuition and saying, listen, I could be the leader, right? I use my intuition to say the experiences that I've had, that when I was at rock bottom, I was able to learn how to get up. I know what it takes, right? I know what it takes to be shoeless, be carless, sit at the bus stop, not have money, not have shit, not have nothing but a fucking blanket. That makes you appreciate it. That makes you a leader. Know who you are and stand up. Spirit saying, the more you allow yourself to ride the wave of your experiences, you're going to find your passions. And you're going to be able to unapologetically use your heart to guide yourself in your passions. It's going to be natural. And Spirit's encouraging you to learn how to get yourself out of that depression. They're pulling you up, they're saying, you got this, and they're pulling you up. But you have to set that intention, they're saying. And I'll just put this down, face down. They're saying, don't hide from them coming in for you. They want to give you the encouragement, but you have to call them in. You have to, they're saying you have free will, right? I always say this to my clients all the time. You have free will. They're not going to force you to do anything. You have to ask them to help you. Otherwise, they can't. So set that intention that you want to learn how to ride the wave of saying, okay, even though I feel like this today, I'm going to get up and I'm going to change how I feel. I'm going to go ground myself, right? I'm going to teach myself to see things from a higher perspective. And no matter how big my emotions are, or how much I'm feeling right now, right? I'm going to allow those feelings to be my guide to my passions. And that's going to allow it to flow through me. And I'm going to learn how to set my intention and allow that encouragement to come in from Spirit. Right? They're saying, you got this. You know exactly what you're doing. I keep getting this, and they're all the same cards. You know exactly what you're doing. But allow yourself to be guided. Allow yourself to have that intention of allowing that encouragement to come in. And ask for help. Because we're all students. But when the student's ready, the teacher appears. Yep. All right. Yeah. They're not saying. They said that's it. All right. So, if any of you need any personal readings, all that information will be in the description box below, but you can book me on the website at TheHealingHoneyz.com. So TheHealingHoneyz.com. You could DM us on Instagram. Like I said, all that information will be down there, but it's at TheHealingHoneyz.com. And hit me up. Let me know if you need any crystal jewelry, any sea moss soap, bunch of other things. All right, have a good day, have a good weekend, and hit me up. Peace.